You ever wonder why people are the way that they are? You ever wonder why people think the way that they think? Well, here's the answer to your questions. This is The Sit Down.
Hey man, welcome to another episode of The Sit Down, man. I'm sitting with
Son of Mine.
Son of Mine, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Came out here from D.C. Check y'all out.
Man, you came far.
Yeah.
So shoot, we've been at this L.O.U.D music press junket for the last couple of days. How has it been for you?
I mean, it's absolutely priceless. You can't get this type of exposure and networking opportunity nowhere on no other platform. It's artists that would pay $400-500 just for one contact, one A&R meeting, and you got a room full of individuals.
Full of them.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
Definitely shout out to Derek, the L.O.U.D music family, for this opportunity for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's get into a little bit about yourself, man. How long you been in the game? Where you from originally, and what kind of music you produce?
Man, I grew up in D.C., man. I've been pushing my stuff out for 3 years, but you know, I've been doing music all my life. I play 5 instruments, French horn, saxophone. My father was a jazz musician, so it was just which lane I was going to get in.
Always been in there.
Yeah,
always been in there.
For sure.
So what made that transition from, you know, the music to, like, you know, instruments, things like that, to performing, you know?
I think I was in the car listening to a dog food album back in the day. You know, I was trapping back then, and it became therapy to me because there was a lot of stuff going on. My mother was facing time. She ended up getting 8 years. She was a former Black Panther. That's how I got my name. My real name is Sekou Akil. Okay. So I ended up getting a life sentence at 18. You feel what I'm saying? And music is the only thing that healed me them 11 years that I was in.
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Well, I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but you know, I can kind of tell that you've seen some things,
a lot,
through some things,
and
for a person to still be able to come out of that and make music and do stuff like this, definitely has to attest to your mental strength. You know?
Absolutely.
So what I want to talk to you about is, you know, as all the things that you've experienced growing up in the music or out of the music or all things through life. When was your first time that you said, hey man, mental health is real? You know, whether it was what you experienced with someone else or what you experienced with yourself, when did you as a person was like, hey man, I need to make sure I'm good?
I mean, I always knew music was therapy to me. You know, even in the Bible, you know, David played the harp for Saul, you know what I mean? Because he was tormented by them demons. So it's always been an out for me, and that's really been my only therapy, you know, for black folks, because we don't see therapists. You know, when I was in with that 40, I created my label. It's TDMUE. It stands for Till Death Makes Us Eternal. So I choose life each moment and not wait for things to get better, to enjoy life, to enjoy the process, and just wait on the promise. You know, and a lot of us want to wait till things get right in order for us to give it our all, or go after our vision, or go after our dream, or start that business plan. And, you know, we may not have it. You feel what I'm saying? So that was part of keeping my sanity, knowing that every day that I accomplish at least one thing directed toward my goal, because the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So if I know if I do one thing to get closer to that every day, then I can call myself successful. I can call myself that much more closer to there, you know?
Okay. So for you as an artist, like, how did you come about that type of awareness? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you know, we overlook the process of breaking things down into little pieces. And a lot of times it scares us, right? Like going back to the basics, right? You know, especially when we've been doing it for so long. You know what I'm saying? So what are some of the things that I guess either in your life that you know that support that mentality, you know, that I have to keep myself mentally well?
I ain't gonna say it was all me. You know, I got people around me that constantly motivate me. You know, a cousin once told me, you know, after I did my bit, came home, it was quite recently, you know, I was sending him some new music. And he was like, bruh, like, this ain't a hobby for you. This not what you do. Like, when you was little, you was 13, you was rapping, talking about this, talking about that. You know, you went in, you was sending me stuff from behind the wall. You back, and now you still coming out with stuff. So you've been consistent. This is who you are. It's not just something that you're doing. And if it's who you are, just stay consistent, man, and just know that even if it's not manifested from the hard work that you're putting in, that it's going to sprout. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to grow. You know, a seed that you plant in the dirt, it start growing before we see the leaves growing out the dirt. You feel what I'm saying? When it germinates. So just know it's going to manifest.
Man, no, seriously, man. Hey, I definitely appreciate you coming in and dropping your knowledge and your experiences. Hey, take the time to talk about any projects you got coming out. Any shout outs you want to give, things like that.
May 27th, I just dropped a new video, Guap Nasty. That's GWAUPNASTY with Authentic Empire in Atlanta. It's on everything. I'm currently working on another project. It's called Prodigal Son. It should be out before the summertime out. I'm on all platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer. Son of Man, like your grandmother used to call Jesus. SONOFMAN. I'm on IG, Son of Man _640. That's SONOFMAN _640. Get with me. Cha!
Hey, man, again, man, appreciate taking time to come out and highlight us, man.